In Karnataka, Prime Minister Narendra Modi held a rally in Mudabidri of Dakshina Kannada district. Addressing a crowd in Mudabidri, Prime Minister Modi said that only the BJP can make Karnataka a top state in the country. In his address, Prime Minister Modi attacked the Congress party, saying that the Congress aligns with anti-national outfits. The PM said that the Congress party is known for creating violence and disturbing law and order in the state. He also added that if the young voters in Dakshina Kannada district want peace and harmony, then they should vote for the BJP and for a peaceful Karnataka. With barely a week to go for polling for the Karnataka State Assembly elections, political parties have raised it to fever pitch when it comes to their campaigning in the state, and so has the Prime Minister. Prime Minister Modi, going on a plank on this anti-nationalist plank against the Congress party at this stage of the election. We're talking about 10 days to go. Less than about a week to go as far as the polling day is concerned.
The question you asked me, I'm not surprised that the Prime Minister is doing it. Prime Minister has taken up very divisive issues when BJP is in trouble. If you recall, in 2017, suddenly Prime Minister started speaking about Kabristan ke liye paise hain, fencing ke liye, but Hindu cremation grounds ke liye paise nahi hai, and Akhilesh government was on a complete back foot, and it changed a lot of things. So for Prime Minister one is national issue and one is regional issue, but for Prime Minister to take up issue that the Congress is anti-national, Congress is a party which supports terrorists or let them off, or has supported organizations which do Muslim tushtikaran ki rajniti. I think it's an old script. It's old wine in the old bottle. But the question is, why is this old wine in the old bottle being presented in a new election? I think this is a time-tested thing for Bharatiya Janata Party, one. And Prime Minister is falling back on this script because I think there's a feeling in BJP that some narratives have not worked for them. If I would say that BJP is a party where you used Hindutva married to development, Hindutva I would say married to the Labharti politics, and Labharti politics married into market and mobile. So I think Labharti Hindutva purely has not worked, neither Labharti nor market nor mobile. So here the whole
narrative
has been changed. So Prime Minister is talking about Hanumanji, Prime Minister is talking about locking up of Lord Ram. He is talking of issues which, if you don't know if there is an election in Karnataka on 13, you would say, is there a Lok Sabha election after 14 days?
Good point. Let's take this across to Vijay Grover, senior journalist who joins us. The kind of issues that Prime Minister Modi is speaking now, with about a week to go for polling day, Vijay Grover, it seems like, this is not a Karnataka state election, but a Lok Sabha election that's coming around.
Well, see, as far as this particular election is concerned, when the BJP went into the campaign initially, it was on the defensive in terms of the 40% corruption, and then we had Virupakshapa's case come up just a few days ago. So that was something, anti-incumbency was a major factor. The very defensive campaign that started has suddenly changed after Prime Minister entering the fray on 29th of April. Now, very clearly, the Prime Minister knows, and as Kartikeya very clearly said, that that the new narrative that is being built around him now clearly shows that he is the only batsman, or I would say the Sachin Tendulkar of BJP, who is expected to save the match for them. So while there is no mention of the performance or the lack of performance of the state government, or the kind of achievements it has done or not done, but the Prime Minister clearly knows that by taking it on the platform that he is raising these issues in a high decibel campaign, that's the only way to maybe confuse the voter. If you can't convince them, confuse them. So this narrative of Congress being anti-national, PFI ban, and supporters of PFI funding the Congress, this certainly cuts ice, and the Prime Minister knows it, that from here on, where the initial surveys showed the BJP getting about 70-75.
I want to first get in your reactions on this entire poll pitch of the Prime Minister with just about a week to go for voting day in Karnataka. This is a national narrative that the BJP does, about painting the Congress as an anti-national party that supports anti-national organizations. And this has come on hot on the heels of the Congress party making that comparison between the Bajrang Dal and the PFI and promising to ban both if they come to power. So, do you think there is a narrative shift from the Prime Minister's end and the BJP's end, or is this more of a reaction to what the Congress party has been doing?
See, the Prime Minister, when he campaigns in any state, normally talks on national issues, because it is for the state leadership to talk about local issues, and local issues play a bigger and a larger role in a state election. But when a Prime Minister or even a Rahul or a Priyanka are campaigning, they tend to speak more about national issues. Now, the main opponent of BJP in this state is the Congress. So the normal target strategies which the BJP uses against the Congress, which is your dynastic politics, anti-national, it's using Karnataka as ATM, etc., will be used. And we have to also keep in mind that where are these statements being made, correct? Some of these statements are being made in Dakshina Kannada, in the coastal Karnataka, where Hindutva actually plays a role. BJP swept almost the entire coastal Karnataka of 21 seats, bagging around 19 seats in 2018. So his speech is also designed or targeted and changed depending upon the region or the target audience. Number two is that even with the urban audience, so let's say even when he was in Bangalore, he was talking about national issues, nationalism, this Labharti factor, as Kartikeya is talking about. So there is an audience for this sort of narrative in any state which largely vote on national issues, and he is trying to take out BJP from a position where it is on a back foot, as you said.
Karnataka, again, it all boils down to this, is that will the Modi factor turn the tables for the BJP?
And the most important thing is people think that Gujarat is only about creating a larger consolidated Hindu bloc which stands against the minorities. I think it is wrong. The Gujarat model is a very complex model of a caste relationship which evolved in 70s and 80s, in which Congress party, if you remember, during Madhav Singh Solanki's regime created Kham, but that Kham was opposed to the upper caste, and upper caste in Gujarat have never forgiven Congress party for it. So first the Patels went and then the upper caste. So because of that, Congress has not been able to cobble up that volume which can make them come to power. So again, I would say that there is a caste composition in that larger fabric of Hindutva politics, and Congress has failed there. When you build a caste alliance, it allows you something, but it limits you to something.
Right.
Hindutva is a flexible thing. It can accommodate everything. So in this case, Gujarat model cannot be implemented in Karnataka for one simple reason, that rainbow alliance of multiple castes for BJP does not exist in Karnataka.